Hey everybody, Joe Getman here, your official tour guide on the path to health and happiness. Remember, think of me as your personal coach helping you achieve all of your goals as they relate to health, energy, vitality, fitness, and of course happiness by creating lasting change. And as you all know, if you ever met me in person or read any of my work or have seen my videos, that last part, creating lasting change, is the most important. Because let's get real for a minute. Most of us can honestly make a change for a moment or a day or month or even a year if you're lucky. But to really get what you want in life, to achieve the results you want, especially with kind of health and fitness related goals, you've got to make lasting change that lasts for a lifetime. That's the exciting portion of all this, and that's why I kind of have a message to tell the world how to create lasting change. Welcome to my studio. Welcome to another video that I'm producing for you to hopefully provide immense value for you. What we're going to talk about today is something called human needs psychology. And human needs psychology was actually developed, invented by a real hero or a mentor of mine. His name is Tony Robbins. Many of you have probably seen Tony's videos or have seen him on TV or read some of his books. But Tony really developed something called human needs psychology. And human needs psychology basically shows us or helps us determine why some of our behaviors are basically addictions, why people act the way that they do. And there's 6 human behaviors that we're looking at. And what happens is if any of our behaviors are met by any of these 6 needs, I'll call them, and actually if they're met by 3 of the needs, they become an addiction. And that's where things can get really scary, especially as it relates to somebody's eating habits or exercise habits, or if they're smoking or drugs or any gang related, anything like that. Again, positive, negative behaviors, it doesn't matter. The bottom line is, if any of those behaviors meets at least 3 of these 6 human needs, then it becomes an addiction. In previous videos, we've taken a look at the first 2 of the human needs. This one, we're going to look at number 3 and number 4. The first one is the need for significance. And again, we all have the need for significance, just in a different way and to a different degree. Think about it this way. Need for significance. Some people achieve this by dressing differently. Some people achieve this by acting in a certain way, either a positive or a negative way. But whatever we do, we always want to be, and we always want to have this need for significance. And again, for each of us, it's different. It's a different behavior, and it's a different degree. Some of it's positive, and certainly some of it's negative. But again, we all have the need for significance. And again, let's compare it to, let's say, eating. Many people overeat for the need or the feeling of significance. Let's say that you go out to eat with your friends a lot, and you're kind of the leader of the pack, and you bring them to all these different restaurants. That makes you feel significant. If that particular behavior fulfills this need of significance, chances are you're going to continue that behavior. So a lot of people that overeat or eat out too much, whatever it is, they're fulfilling that need for significance in some way. And you really have to take a look at yourself honestly in the mirror and try to figure out, there is this need for significance. How am I fulfilling that need by my eating behaviors and what I'm doing? Very interesting stuff. The next one, it's interesting because it's almost the direct opposite. It's the need for connection, the need for love, the need to be with somebody. So again, this one was significance, where you kind of separate yourself out from other people. This need for connection is basically being with other people. And I guess in my example up here, many people go out to eat with friends and they're kind of the leader of the pack. That gives them significance. But also, again, they go out with friends to eat, or they gather. Huge family gatherings sometimes occur around the kitchen where a lot of food and a lot of cooking is going on. That fulfills our need for connection. And I always tell people, at family gatherings, the worst thing you could do is gather in the kitchen, because that's where everybody's snacking, and there's trays of hors d'oeuvres or just things to snack on, and we're constantly snacking. Whether we're hungry or not, it doesn't matter. But because we're around people that we love and we want to feel that connection with them, we continue to eat. What I recommend for somebody in this thing is find someplace else to gather. why don't you go outside on the back lawn and create an annual activity or a weekly activity, or however often everybody gathers, and really try to figure out something you could do to get active. A game of badminton, or go out and play kickball if you're kids or even adults, because kickball's a great game and it's a lot of fun and I really miss playing it, to be honest. But things like that give you connection. If you have a problem with overeating, and it's because everybody just gathers in one place like the kitchen, it's because you're satisfying this need for connection. The problem is food is involved because it's in the kitchen. A more positive note is some people, they go to the gym and they work out. Yes, they get the feeling of significance because maybe none of their friends do it that they hang out with, at work or whatever. But they have another group of friends at the gym, and they go there and they can only connect with these friends maybe when they go to the gym because they don't see them otherwise. So going to the gym and working out with their friends or their acquaintances does and can fulfill this need for connection. So there's so many ways that you can do this, but again, it can be positive, it can be negative, and it really matters to what degree. So this is number 3 and number 4, significance and connection. And again, think about in your own lives, how does this affect you? What am I doing to be significant? What am I doing to get connection with other people? And really try and determine, is this a positive influence in my life or is this a negative influence in my life? Hope you found this training video valuable. I have a whole set of training videos on my website. The website is www.thepathttohealthandhappiness.com. Again, www.thepathttohealthandhappiness.com. You'll get all my training videos. They're completely free. You'll see some of the articles that I've written, the blog posts that I've done. Again, I hope you find value in this, and if you want to get more information, simply go to that website, and all that stuff is free for the taking. Again, my name is Joe Getman, and again, live healthy and be happy.